All right. Well, that's a bit that needs to be adjusted a little. Nah, not even. I don't know which way is which. If I need to go that way.
Which way is where?
This. Nope, I'm more off now. I don't know which way the camera's going. Hello. I'm very professional. Hello, and welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. Today we're doing the first part of a weird one-shot thing.
Twin-shot.
A twin-shot, yeah. We're going to be playing Between Dreams, which is our magical realism-ish Murakami and... I know. What was it? We came up with a term for it, didn't we, Luke?
Fuck. Maybe, but we didn't write it down.
We had a
like
very
a bunch
long
of
discussion about like.
I don't remember setting on. I think we actually liked. I just remember like the everyday fantastical, maybe like that.
Something like that
is in my head as words that go together.
I mean, for this game, we've called it the Haunted Everyday.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, this is a game of reclaiming intimacy in the haunted everyday. I have with me 3 spooky souls who I will get to introduce themselves. Let me know who you are, what your pronouns are, what you do, that sort of thing. What was the last... What have you ever seen a ghost or like a cryptid or anything is a good question. Luke, do you want to start?
Hello, I am a spooky someone. I'm also going to be playing a character today. I'm Luke. By day, I am a professional GM for children. By night, I am a game designer and a cast member on shows like this. My pronouns are they, them. In my life, I have been to a number of like haunted places and had weird experiences, including an encounter. Let me describe to you a vignette from it. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. What was the one that Emily really started squirming? Something about a doll's head? Anyway, I once found a really spooky, like, witch's house in an abandoned industrial site. It was very weird.
That sounds legitimately spooky. I'm spooked.
You heard about this, Ash. I was doling it out.
I know. What I'm saying is, like, when you tell me about it at the time, I'm like,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Cool. Todd.
I am Todd. Pronouns are he, him. I am a security guard IRL and a moderator here, and I actually, at the end of the stream, will be announcing my new stream schedule.
Awesome.
Shit!
That's my roommate. He's like right next to me.
Hi, Todd's roommate.
His name's Ben.
Hi, Ben.
This is hello back. Last time I had a spooky encounter. I had been 6 or 7 years ago. I was out camping, and me and my half brother were exploring like right around dusk, and we heard like a wolf's howl, like right in front of us, but like we were in a forest, and, like right where we thought we heard it, was like right behind a tree. So of course, being teenagers, we're like, well, let's go look at it. Yeah. Went around the tree. There was nothing but like a weirdly like it was like a black rock. Like that was it.
Rock made a wolf howl sound.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yep. Illuminati confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Ash, everyone knows the Illuminati aren't real. It's all the reptoids.
Oh well, I mean, like the Illuminati.
Level up your conspiracy game.
Fine.
Okay, but the reptoids are actually insectoids.
Oh,
thank you,
right,
Todd.
of course. Yeah.
With a hive mind.
Yes.
Someone needs to format this bullshit we just did and make it a dumb role-playing game about conspiracies.
Oh.
That would be hilarious.
And this could be a role-playing game about like weird conspiracy theories already.
It's a LARP. It's a LARP where you are a bunch of weird conspiracy theory people at like a weird conspiracy convention.
Okay, but like a bunch of you are actually like in on the conspiracy.
Put on by the conspiracies that we think that.
Yeah. Ash, hit Mel up with this one. She would be really good at this.
I mean, yeah, like everyone is a member of a different conspiracy, but also they're trying to like work out the other conspiracies.
Rocco, it'd be great.
Yeah. Heather, hello.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm short shrub on different things. The last time I saw something spooky, probably was like a long time ago, like back in high school. We went for a ghost tour of the Adelaide jail, so I'm not really sure if this counts because it may have been staged. I don't know. And yeah, we were just looking around, and I happened to turn away from where we were going. Sorry. And I saw a lady with a lantern dressed up as like a super old school nurse wandering around on one of the balconies of one of the jailhouses, and went into a room, and then like light went out, nothing doing. That's me.
I mean, yeah. Pronouns, Heather?
Sorry, she, they.
Cool. Excellent. And, cool. Now, as far as play for today, do we want to go with what kind of setting do we want to be? Do we want to be like urban, suburban, rural? Who has feelings about this thing?
I have a request. Slash a requirement, but it's non-mandatory, and therefore I am terming it a request.
I mean, for a second there, I thought you were saying like it's going to be a slasher. So I'm like, okay, horror game.
No. I would like wherever we set the game to be somewhere where there can be a library, because the only thing I have about my character today, I feel really good about a library.
Okay. Yeah.
And being a librarian.
I feel urban then.
Yeah, like city.
Mm-hmm.
The towns have libraries too, Todd.
I know.
But like, if that's your
yeah, city
request,
works.
then yeah, let's do that. Cool. Do we want to set it in? Let's not set it in a real city. Let's just like the city.
Are we setting it in the West or in Ash Does Japan?
I don't know, something like Hong Kong.
I mean, there's
sort of.
more than just the West and Japan, but yes.
I mean, within the
there's a lot of
aesthetic space of this
Japanese-
game, those
yeah.
are the two like
Yeah,
main
exactly.
powers.
Yes, because the game is based on the
True.
works of Japanese creators.
And we're a bunch of whiteys, right? Like, there's two very obvious.
Yeah.
Two very obvious possibilities there.
I like.
It's set in France. I like the idea of France. It's in Paris because Paris is kind of magical. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
we can do that. 100%. Like my favorite is always Hong Kong, because like I know Hong Kong quite well, and I have had some spooky experiences there.
If you set it anywhere that has good food, I will interact with the food and describe delicious food. That's the only
Let's set
one.
it in
I'm gonna
Paris. Fuck it. You've said it now. It's
Cool.
now officially in
I'm
Paris.
going to be so hungry by the time we get to the first break.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, immediately my first thought was like, well, I'm getting food in this then.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, like that's part of play. If anyone is melancholy, it becomes part of the play. So, you'll have access to the rules, and I've given you each a character. Currently, Heather has Krukrow Adrides.
Awesome.
Todd has Nupo Ulor, and
Abuwa Ohakum.
yeah, is there for Luke. So shall we try and like go through what do we want to set up for our characters?
That sounds like a good plan.
Do we want to like overlap on some things, or do we want to try and make sure that we're like not overlapping? Because when you have overlapping elements like outlook or role, it creates a very, very like laser focused bit of play. Whereas, you tend to get a more rounded story if you're not overlapping, but there's not a requirement for that.
So I'm feeling, purely because of the alliteration, that is a joke. There's actual reasons as well. I like the idea of a melancholy mentor.
Nice,
It
excellent.
also just does sound really good to say,
Yeah.
right? Like that's I'm not going to deny that's part of it,
Yeah.
but also I feel like that vibes with my like inchoate forming character concept-y thing.
That sounds cool. What are other people feeling?
I'm torn between like child or enigma because I kind of like both aspects.
Yep. Todd, do you have a feeling?
Yeah, do you have a preference?
I think I'll go with the suit, so you can have either child or enigma.
No, I was hoping you'd pick one of them. I was like, okay.
That's not helpful. Dang it, Todd.
You shouldn't have relied on Todd to be helpful. I love you, Todd.
Then I'll go enigma then. Help you out.
Cool. All right.
Pardon?
I'll go enigma.
Okay, I will go with child.
Cool. Excellent. So, once we've got our outlooks and roles, we probably want to pick our specialty move before we move on to like distances and gear.
Oh, I know which one I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
I had two thoughts. There was a point at which I was thinking, for a librarian, things speak could be really interesting. Because then it's all fucking like, what strong emotions have been most recently near this? What words have been said most recently, right? Like, but actually,
You'd actually get like a lot. You learn a lot about the people that like check out books in your library because you get them back.
exactly. That actually, what I'm gonna pick is fetishism, and how it works is they read the book I have imbued with significance and intent,
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
like a weird, spooky librarian.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
I'm a hopeful enigma.
Nice.
I'll go
Aww.
belligerent child.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right, very good.
So you're a child.
Yes, 110%.
I work in childcare. I know how things work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I don't play a child very accurately.
That's fine.
I mean, the
Children
thing
are
is that,
very
like,
children
you
are
don't
very
have to be a-
varied.
You don't have to be a literal child, even. Like, it's just your archetype, right? Like, if it
Yeah.
is a literal child, that's fine. But also, like, any of the others could also be a child.
Yeah, like last time we were all teenagers of age, but Emily was like the one in the group who everyone treats like they're still a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and assumes that she's got some level of innocence and naivety.
Wasn't
She's like,
Emily-
I know what you're doing, but I don't want to see it.
Wasn't Emily's character also belligerent in that game?
No, I think
People
she was
often
helpful.
take belligerent with child because it but, like, that's fine.
No, I was belligerent. I
You were
believe
belligerent,
I was,
yeah.
I was belligerent.
Yeah.
Because I kept shoving, I kept being like, go away.
I think Emily was hopeful. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, this has been
Andrew was
updated
melancholy.
since then because we have identified some really good places to like work on it, which is good.
Also, there was a bit where I had just left the words mechanics that we wanted to fix.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yep, it was just like on a 10 plus poetry mechanics question mark
Yep. Yep.
I like it.
game design.
I kind
Yeah,
of
how-
like the idea of having the as conveniently, since you just said it, of using the poetry special move.
Yeah.
Partially because I know if I pick animal companion, something terrible is going to happen to that animal companion.
I feel like this is a game where the terrible thing is never going to be like your companion dies.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll
Yeah.
be like
But
it'll be
it's
like
cat.
you accidentally hurt your companion, and now there is a deep distance between the two of you, and it's very emotionally fraught. Like that's more true to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would need to take a break and go cuddle my cat if that was the case. So
Oh,
I'm going to avoid animal companion.
that's fair.
I've been cuddling the bird all day, so he
Plus, I like the idea of like the child role having essentially you can dictate, not properly dictate because that's not how it functions, but like you say like this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, the child gets to shape their future, right? Like that's a really nice.
But also, it's just that thing kids do where they're like, I'm very upset right now in this moment, and I have a very firm way that I want things to happen, and I'm going to tell you what it is, and that is what is going to happen, and that's final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my child impression.
Cool. Excellent. So once Todd has a move, we will.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide between animal companion and special knowledge.
They're both good.
They're both good.
I'm looking through like common French names, and they're like Doreen, and I'm like, I don't believe you.
It's probably
I mean,
like
here's the thing, though.
Rene or something. Because
Doreen.
yeah,
I feel like you should be choosing uncommon French names for myself.
But they give me an idea of sounding names.
Alright, I know what my
I'm
name
gonna go
is.
with animal companion.
cool. Pick out some things for your animal.
Cool.
Tell us about your pet.
Yeah. So
Ash, I feel like we need to update this list because arachnid is not an option.
Oh god.
I feel like it is so within genre for someone to just weirdly have a pet spider that just shows always on their shoulder. Like that's so within this genre space, and no one ever comments on it. There's just a spider that is just on their clothing all the time.
I just can't think of like. Yeah, it's really
What
interesting.
about like a stick insect?
Yeah, or stick it right, like the idea of just like that inexplicably there is always a specific insect on your person, and no one ever thinks this is remarkable or worth mentioning.
Isn't that an episode?
That feels. I don't fucking know. I don't watch Doctor Who. Stephen Moffat is a trash man, garbage boy.
I mean,
You got a point.
Fuck you, Stephen Moffat, if you're watching this.
but also
Sorry, I'm not.
Stephen
if
Moffat,
you
if you're
are-
watching this, I'm very talented and you should give me lots of money.
Also that.
we all of our streams because you probably have a lot of people that follow you.
No, if Stephen Moffat is following, the most important thing is that he knows how much I personally think his work is trash.
I mean, I think that his work
That's just you.
is sometimes quite good, and then mostly. I think he can write like individual episodes. Let's not talk about Stephen Moffat.
Yeah.
He needs a
When
good
he's
editor,
not
that's
in
the key.
Control his
Yeah, he needs an editor and a showrunner like managing it.
Well, no.
Also,
the thing is, like,
Kira's scorpion idea is also very good.
I mean, yeah, definitely. What are your choices? What are you feeling?
So I don't know exactly what species, but I have all the other qualities.
Okay, cool.
So they're watchful and calm. The skills that they have are search and perform, and their weakness is that they're frightening.
That's cool. I like.
I hate to say it, Todd. That sounds kind of like you just described an insect.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with like an owl or a crow or something.
I don't know that a crow maybe. Crow, but even then, I don't know if a crow's frightening. Crows are just dope.
We're afraid of like any bird that's bigger than like that big.
Well, I feel like the tag implies that like it has to be a thing that like most people would find frightening or unsettling.
No.
And most people I know would just be like, a raven, dope as hell. Like, or I would be anyway.
I feel like the general public would probably be like, what the fuck?
That's fair.
I mean, like,
And they'd be
but, like
wrong,
it could be a puppy and
but-
still be frightening because you've selected frightening.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Check out my
something
terrifying
or
kitten.
something, yeah.
Look, have you seen my cat's face, Ash? She makes the face and it's just, oh god.
That's the best face though when they make those faces.
Do we want to
She
start?
only has one expression.
This
And
is
it's
your
like
turn.
this.
Oh my god.
She just looks disgruntled constantly. Being petted, purring contentedly,
That's beautiful.
and she's got this little white dot on her nose that makes her look real dumb when she makes that face. Anyway, enough talk about my housemate's cat.
All right.
I know someone whose cats just always look mad. Like murderously mad. It's
Grumpy
like,
cat.
I'm left alone with this cat. Anyway.
Let's do
Going back-
distances. So for each of you, Yeah, my brain's gone to like imagine like, yeah, what I imagine France is like, and it's just hilarious. This is gonna be great.
Everyone
Oh.
snooty. No. Anyway,
Yeah.
they serve
So,
wine to children. That's most of what I remember.
for the character on the
us-
left, establish a person, place, or thing that is shared between them. Everyone's got the like you're all on each other's left, so.
Yeah, I think Todd is on my left in the Twitch
Yeah.
stream. So
Yeah.
Also, whoever just put out a pterodactyl in chat, this is a magical realism game. That is a valid choice of animal companion.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, my animal companion is a woolly mammoth,
Yeah. Of course.
and like somehow it just always fit. It can always just get into places with me. Like I'm in a room that's way too small and the doorway's too little, but it's just like crammed in the corner there, really awkwardly. It's the elephant in the room.
That's how it works. That's the.
I was
that's-
waiting
So
for you
it's
to
a
say that.
very big armadillo lizard.
Cool.
Pangolin.
Like, yeah, cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
How big is your pangolin on a scale of
Like, yeah, is it
a
is it-
normal pangolin to 2 stories tall?
I mean, is it?
I feel
or
like
is it
bear
an actual-
size is a good size.
Bear size? That's good size.
Yeah, because you can ride it.
Yeah,
Very much like German Shepherd size.
that's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Cool.
It could probably fuck someone up with its big long claws. It'd look really apologetic, and then it'd just be like, "Rah!" and they'd be dead.
Just scoop out the
Gosh.
guts.
Pangolins.
They're digging claws.
Yeah, scoop them out like jelly.
You'll need to establish your like person, place, or thing, and your distance.
My person, place, or thing is a pangolin, Ash.
Okay.
No, I'll be serious now. My place that I would like to share with who is on my left, Ash. You are the arbitrary determinator of this.
Heather is.
Heather, I would like to establish the library as a shared space between us. I think that would be cool. If you are down with that, as the kids say.
I am indeed down with this.
Well, so here's the thing. It's either a library or a secondhand bookshop. And I'm open to whichever one people feel is more like appropriately spooky and magical.
I like
realist.
secondhand bookshop.
Yeah,
personally.
same.
It also feels kind of French, is the other thing I will say about a secondhand bookshop. There's
Yeah, I like
something
it.
fundamentally French about that idea.
Oh, but yeah, or London. London is the other place I would see a secondhand bookshop.
Yeah. Especially if it's like really winding stacks and you can just
Yes. Okay, here it is. Here it is. It's a secondhand bookshop, but there's also like a specific like nook space where people can just like take books and read them.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to buy things, and like how it's still in business is one of the many realistic magical phenomena. It's just like this bookshop should not make money, so how am I still in business? I just am.
Yeah.
It's inexplicable. Yeah, so it's a second-hand bookshop. There you go.
Yeah. Oh no. All of these things are named in French.
Bonjour,
The
mon
problem
ami.
is,
Oui, oui, croissant.
the problem is,
Comment ça va?
Tu es nos grands pantalons.
I get enough of this from my mum.
I am not a big pants.
My mum is
That was the book she's
learning French, and so she's decided that like,
This is really funny to me, Ash, because my father is also currently learning French.
I mean,
Oh my God, that
doesn't-
link is-
He's doing 2 hours every weekday
Oh my god.
of French
How do I
tutoring.
delete that post?
Friend.
How do I delete that?
Yeah, because he's going to Morocco in like a
Isn't he-
couple of weeks.
Doesn't even work as a link.
Le Baguette Bookstore, very good, whoever is in chat.
Très bon.
Très bon. Oui.
Oh my god!
You started this, Ash.
I keep creating like situations where you all hurt me.
Here's my question, is this worse or better
It's better than
than the tree puns?
Honestly,
I
it's
feel like
better.
it's a different kind of pain.
But at the same time, like, yeah,
it's
like,
still pain.
I would rather we didn't.
You'd
Tango
leave if you
French.
could, but
I'm gonna just go with that for like camera position because I can't be bothered. anymore.
We're trying to branch out, Ash, into new ways of distressing you.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the great thing is you can be racist against the French because everyone's racist against the French.
Oh my god, my grandmother hates the French so much. Like, she's British and, like, lived in
God.
London through the Blitz. And she just has
She hates
this
the French for
passionate
that?
hatred. Oh, well, not for the Blitz part, but for the, like...
Because they didn't help.
She refuses to acknowledge the existence of the French resistance. Like, she says... They
Propaganda.
cheered when the Germans came in, and they cheered when the Allies came in. And I'm like, because they didn't want to get shot. What? But
Like, we didn't want to get shot, but we didn't cheer. No, we kept our stiff upper lip. I'm not sure why I'm not doing a British accent. I'm just...
What was that? Not a
used
British
to not-
accent. I thought that was Winston Churchill.
We will fight them on the beaches.
We will cheer them on the beaches.
Churchill.
Yeah. I'm in the habit of just not bothering to do one because of the actual play podcast where we're set in Britain, but with half the cast being actually from Britain. I'm like, I'm not going to try.
Yeah, fair.
I'm just going to sound like me. It's fine.
All right. So
Some other people should invent some people, places, or things.
yeah, I was
That's what should
thinking
happen.
that.
A nice restaurant.
I mean, we have like 3 people, places, and things between us. So
A nice McDonald's. A fancy one.
French person
Hey,
would stab you for that.
No, like, slightly fancier French McDonald's are a thing. It's just like in China, McDonald's is a symbol of middle class, like indulgence. Like when your parents come to visit you from the countryside, I shit you not, you take them to McDonald's, like to go out to a nice place. Because, and like, it's the same McDonald's, it's just its relative social cachet is very different. Anyway.
Yeah, like my experience with McDonald's in China was like, okay, this is a McDonald's, but yeah, I suppose that's without that cultural.
It's because you white.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So, is it a McDonald's? Is that what's happening?
No.
No.
I was gonna go with so with Todd, I was thinking sharing a person, like we have someone in common.
Okay.
Do you have a preference as to like family member, friend, ex-relationship type thing, or?
I think. Okay, so are you actually a child or just childlike?
I think childlike.
Okay. So I think there's obviously someone we both know. I'm just trying to think. Like who would we both know?
Could be like a gendarme.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I like what this implies about both of your characters' relationship with the law.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not looking to get judged here.
there's a couple different ways that could work out, but very much that way.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there's a couple things we could do with that, but obviously the one where we're criminals.
Yeah.
What's the third thing then? What's the thing between Todd and between Todd's character and Luke's character?
What are you again? You're the Enigma, the hopeful Enigma?
Yep.
Is there a specific book? Like a book that I sold you that is like
I don't think so.
that is conceptually like Narnia, like a very magical book. I'm also open to other possibilities. Is there a bridge? Can we have a cool bridge?
Yes. That works with the
That goes over the same. But it's not the bridge with all the locks that is breaking under the weight of the locks.
Yep.
It's a different bridge.
Cool.
A smaller bridge.
Yep. I like that.
maybe even a literary bridge.
A literary bridge.
I mean, maybe it's the bridge from Les Mis, where Javert.
Spoilers.
It's been out since 1880 fucking whatever the fuck, right? Like,
Someone got annoyed at me the other day for spoiling I Am Legend, and I was like, come on.
If you haven't
Ash,
now, you're not gonna.
Ash, I'll go you one better. There is a phenomenal interview with Richard Armitage where he makes reference to the fact that Smaug dies in The Hobbit, and the interviewer is like, oi, spoilers. And Richard Armitage just looks at him. He's like, it has been out since 1930, whatever the fuck.
Also, never mentioned in Lord of the Rings, so I mean, probably not around anymore. I think a giant dragon would be kind of...
You would think.
A plot device, definitely, for sure.
But I mean, there's a lot of things in Lord of the Rings mythos that isn't mentioned in the original trilogy.
Yeah, so I feel like what we've learned is that the statute of limitations is like maybe 10 years.
I think that's fair. Cool. So let's do distances. Who would like to write their distances first? You need to write 3 all up.
So I write 1 for both Todd and for Luke.
Mm-hmm.
My responsibility to Ash weighs on me. And that's about my moderator role here. And then...
Now
I started writing that down and then I was like, wait.
no.
Heather, I think you and I no longer speak honestly.
Aww. That's sad. I wonder why that is. It's a good thing we're about to find out.
I think that's interesting because I was about to go, for some reason, Todd's character has no memory of me.
Yes.
I mean, that
sounds good.
It's a fun interaction.
So we write 3?
So you need 1 for each, and then 1 more for for one person.
And then someone you're specially distant from.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm gonna say Heather sees things that I don't see.
We should... I guess we'll name the characters at the end after we have...
Yeah. I always like with games that I design, I always leave like character naming to like the last because...
Yeah. I was like, immediately after you said, I was like, wait, name hasn't been mentioned. Obviously, we talked into it, and it's the same way in Wish and Live and Breathe.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Todd no longer holds my heart. Whatever that means or looks like.
Okay, well, Luke has disappointed me.
Oh, Todd, you're breaking my heart here.
I mean,
this is why you no longer hold my heart.
Yeah,
you say these cruel, cruel things.
And I cannot...
That has disappointed you?
Okay, who would like to be responsible for why I am as I am?
I would.
Cool. Alright, Todd is responsible. Todd is responsible!
I cannot forgive Luke for what they have done.
Wow! Outrageous. I love it too, because we're in that really, really early contextless space where we're like, what are the details of these feelings? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll play to find out what happens.
Yeah. Play to find out what happened, even.
Yeah. We should put that in the game. That's clever.
Yeah. Cool.
Make that a principal, Ash. That's good.
I think I don't understand the actions of Luke.
Ooh, I'm mysterious. Mysterious and spooky.
Okay. Just saved it so we don't forget that.
Thank you, Todd. Alright, gear. What gear do I have?
Yeah.
I have
Do you
a
have
broom.
these for one of us?
What's that?
I've already got my 3.
Okay.
Heather sees what the fuck is the actual?
Oh, yeah.
Sees
sorry.
things that I see. Yeah, sees things that I don't see.
Okay.
I forgot the word things when I wrote it down, so just Heather sees that I don't see it. I'm like, wait a minute, like this character's not blind. It's a different character. Todd no longer holds my heart, and Todd is responsible for why I am as I am.
Excellent.
And there's.
And I have a broom.
You're always sweeping out your.
Exactly. Right? Like,
I think Todd has shown me that they cannot be trusted.
Well, we no longer speak honestly, so.
I mean, seems fair.
how French should I be?
As French as possible.
Should I have booze or a torch? Because I feel like booze is the French option.
Oh no.
In the this is not to make like a broad generalization about the French, but as in if I'm picturing like a specifically French like small business owner of a secondhand bookstore, then like
Sorry.
a bottle of very good like champagne or something feels
sorry,
like the kind of thing they would just
Are
have
you
tucked away under the
French
desk.
Bernard Black?
I like it maybe a little bit.
You are a melancholy mentor.
Yeah, right.
I feel like Bernard Black is belligerent. Like,
Oh,
please.
good point. He is. Yes, that's fair.
Manny is hopeful, Bernard is belligerent, and Fran is melancholy, which is why we always see her in cafe scenes and disappointing dates,
Yep.
gaining XP for eating or drinking to music.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did get drunk twice before I was 10 in France. So I feel like it's not quite as much of a stereotype as a bit true.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say booze.
All right. Cool. Are you taking the cash options for the second ones on each, or are you going through?
No, sir, let me talk to you about my gear. I have the following. I have a broom to sweep out my store with, and occasionally to like physically manhandle people out onto the street if I don't want them in my store anymore. I have a notebook to write things down in. I have a bell which hangs by the door and goes ding-a-ling-a-ling whenever anyone enters. And I have a bottle of very, very good champagne. This is me leaning into the like I don't have any cash. How am I still in business? It's magic. I just am. It's just how the genre works.
Because you have to choose two from each row. Remember?
I pick 2 from each. I always forget. I'm gonna see if I can maintain my streak of just having literally no cash.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I just did it.
So what era, I guess, are we interested in playing in? Like reasonably modern or...
I
iPhones.
default to late 80s. That's my default in this game. Like,
It's 1886.
so specific.
Our neighbor is Victor Hugo.
I think like it like if I were gonna like do it like I would almost make it so that this game is always set in 1988. Just
I'd be down. I mean, I don't know what
just
that year was like.
like a rule. I'm gonna just double check what a phone looks like in 1988 because I'm pretty sure it's a brick that I remember.
Brick.
All right. Here are my other picks.
That is also before the Berlin Wall came down.
I also have
That'd be a very big thing.
a phone,
German airlift still's going on.
but it's one of those little old phones where you got to do the squiggly thing with your finger. And it's got the little plate with all the numbers on it. It's like an old phone. Actually, fuck it. You know what? No, it's an antique phone. It's mounted on the wall. It's one of those. It's one of those really old phones.
Yep.
But it still works.
I have one in my
I have a
hand.
torch.
Ring, Inspector.
That's right. By which I mean like a clunky, like electric, like flashlight torch.
Yep.
I have a newspaper that is like 5 years old. that's like from the day that either from the day I fell out of the Todd's character lost my heart, or the day that I became what I am. I haven't decided yet, but like it's an older newspaper from a significant date.
Yeah.
And I have cigarettes
Yeah.
because I'm French. So I got booze and cigarettes. So I'm kind of Bernard Black. But helpful.
But helpful, like a more helpful Bernard Black.
That's right. I'm sad and helpful rather than belligerent and uninterested in capitalism.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, like, yeah, like Bernard Black is actually a belligerent suit, so.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Next time I am just gonna play Bernard Black.
This is just the warm up.
That's right, exactly.
I mean, you could still choose that if you wanted, if you wanted to switch.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Give yourself some stats, Luke. Other people need to choose gear.
I've got my gear.
Yeah, what have you got?
Weapon, phone, booze, 3 cash, newspaper, 2 cash, record, and cigarettes.
Nice, sounds good.
I've got 4 of my gear.
Yeah,
So I'm halfway there.
good job.
So far I've got weapon, 4 cash, bell, and 3 cash.
Cool.
I feel like someone needs a first aid kit here.
Luke, I think we need a move for using cash.
I mean, or we could just like it could just not be a thing. Is the other
True.
option.
We could just take it out. The reason it's there is that like in early versions of the game, people would like go into shops and buy things, but no one bothers.
Well, and deep work used to be like it will cost you like
yeah,
money.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, Masterwork still does, but that's a very specific move.
It's a good point though.
Cool. Luke, have you got your stats?
No, because I'm not happy with them yet.
Okay. Fair.
I'm still working on it.
So do we put the plus sign so it knows how to roll them?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, right.
I think.
And so steady would
Just do a test.
sorry,
Do a
0.
test roll for me, and we can see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So no +1.
Okay. But
2d6
it would be the negative,
plus,
right?
+1. So yeah, do need the negative, but don't need the positive.
So it's still going to do the plus minus thing, but
Yeah.
it does it correct. Does the math still right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I have my stats.
Same.
Cool. What'd you go with for your stats, Luke?
I have smart 1, steady 0, weird 2, and true -1.
All right.
Because I'm really cryptic. Yeah.
Why do we put the same stats down?
We've both done the same thing.
That's fine. Like,
I mean, you can have the same stats. There's no reason you can't do that.
I know, but
Exactly.
like we both did not talk about our stats at all, but still did the exact.
yeah, and this is like if this was Apocalypse World and like we'd accidentally chosen the same arrays, that would be less weird than just like we had all of the choices in the world available to us, and we were just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna pick the same.
Yeah.
We like plus one smart. I was like, okay, one thing similar.
Two things similar. 3 things. Oh.
3 and obviously 3 are similar, and it has to be all 4 similar.
Also, I have a name.
Yeah.
I have a first name. Give me I need to work on my second name.
Okay.
Google, what are French surnames like?
Here's the thing: you don't have to be French to be in Paris.
Yeah, but I am.
I guess you do own like a store.
Oh my god, Bernard is a common French surname.
Oh, dear.
Did you get the rest of your gear, Heather?
Okay, so I've got weapon, 4 cash, bell, 3 cash, first aid kit, torch, notebook, and dollar soft toy.
Excellent. Cool.
Leaning into the child thing.
So yeah, once you've done stats, you need to pick some look things. Choose as many as you like from the list.
Cool. All right, I've got it.
Well, do you want me to do looks or stats first? Sorry.
Sorry, stats first.
Okay.
But the ones who've done stats can do their look.
So here's an interesting thing. My computer thinks I just spelled colorful wrong because I wrote it exactly how it is in the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm trying to think, Ash. I was what pronouns did my ramen guy use?
I think he was a he, him.
I think he was a he. All right, cool. So, in other words, it is my turn to play a non-binary character. Because I was a lady last time.
Yep.
3 times a lady?
No, just the once.
That's me. I'm pretty much always play. I spent too long pretending to be boys.
Yeah, whereas I'm just like, gender's fake. I'm just gonna play a weird bunch of shit. What kind of clues do I have? Oh, yeah.
No.
That said, I'm usually a GM, so I'm everyone. I spent too long being a single person. No. Now I'm a universe.
Hey, true.
Like expanding brain meme of like playing characters your own gender, playing characters like cross gender, playing characters with like no or strange gender, and then just GMing.
Yep.
Playing every character.
Except that I'm both of the top ones because while I GM, I'm like, yeah, but most of my characters, I'm just gonna make them really weird genders also.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever get do you get the thing where you like have an NPC that only exists for like all of like 2 minutes that you just fall in love with, and you're like, oh no, like.
When was the last
totally
time
had that
this
with
happened?
with Master Comfortable Sandal from.
Yeah.
I was just.
It's weird. I get it with like spooky like monsters, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I'm just, and actually it's really funny because I got to indulge this on Saturday in All Things Under Heaven because Insignificance came back because the main campaign group went to the same place y'all did. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, yeah, it's like spooky and it wants to take your memories away. Woo!
Yes, excellent.
Then I had to figure out how it talked. The answer of which was it doesn't. It prompts first person narration inside your own head. And so we had a conversation where the player talked and I just responded as though I were thoughts they were having in the first person.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
How's your look going, Luke?
It's coming together.
Yeah, cool.
I have a question, Ash.
Yes.
Can I change the weapon from the first row to be an instrument?
I mean, if you define your instrument as a weapon, then it's a weapon.
Okay.
If it's an axe, guitar,
I mean, I know some people who consider accordions a weapon.
Yeah, they assault the ears.
I mean, look, you could physically harm someone with most instruments quite seriously if you tried.
So I was just making sure I could.
Yep.
Do that, but yeah.
But that's not cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, when I write games, metaphors are totally, like, legal.
Okay.
Metaphors on legal play.
I mean, yeah. Because the game rules are written in English text. So, unless they specifically state literally a,
That's
then,
true.
like, all metaphors are always legal.
My character has distant eyes, by which I mean that their eyes are not, in fact, in their eye sockets. There's a jar on the counter of the shop, and it has their eyes in it, and that's how they see things.
Okay.
It's terrifying. Thank you.
You didn't say literally that. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
But like Ash didn't say literally distant eyes, so I can do that if I want.
Yeah. I mean, well, like, that is literally distant eyes, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. It's like, look, it's that weird middle area.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing I rely on in a bunch of my games, where I'm like, yeah, if the word has multiple meanings or can be interpreted like poetically, then that's legal play.
Yeah, you like puns.
Oh. Yes.
I think that's a very clear thing.
I have a complicated relationship with puns.
What?
I mean, Kiara, that's a good question, right? Like, how do I convey that? I think I convey it best in the Republic currently, in that the Republic does specifically call out that its actions can be metaphorical.
Yeah, I've got my looks.
Yeah. Do you want to let us know?
Sparkling eyes, man, covered, colorful, vibrant clothes, lean body, and just 'cause I thought of it later, scrappy clothes, subtle voice, and wiry hands.
Cool. I love it. Do you have pronouns and a name yet?
I was waiting, but I have been thinking about that.
Oh, sorry. My stats are +1, smart, steady +2, weird 0, and true -1.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, cool. I have my look.
I'm ready.
I was thinking I'd hold off until the first scene.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that as well.
Describe because I feel like the book story is sufficiently important to this character. Like I want to describe him like in situ.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just happy because I invented a whole bunch of new options, which I'm always pleased when I get to do.
Of course.
I mean, because that's how we expand the list, right? Is that afterwards I'm like, that's a really good one. Put it on the list.
I mean, yeah.
I have my name and pronouns.
Yeah.
Go.
Like, Wendell Kesselman. He, him.
Neat.
How do I spell the name?
I will write it. And he is German.
Cool.
He's Garman. Garman.
Yeah.
Da.
Da is Russian, yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Jawohl. Achtung. I don't speak German.
Yeah, let's gosh. I feel like as soon as we went into Europe, everyone was like, we're all white, they're all white, racism is fine.
I mean, it's not racism. There's no structural component.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
fair.
about to say,
It's just casual bigotry.
Yeah.
Privileged people.
It's not, yeah, it's stereotypes, not racism. That's fair.
Okay. Complete honesty, I know 2 phrases in German.
Oh, what are they?
Mach schon kein Scheiße and Ich liebe dir. Second one is I love you. First one is move quickly, little shit. And
I was about to say.
were both yelled at me by my grandmother.
That's amazing.
I like your grandmother already.
Unfortunately, she's no longer.
Yeah, Kane. For Kane's sake, I think we should all agree just not to do accents, or it's all just going to.
Oh yeah, we're not doing accents. No.
Mexican goblin. Is this deal not have that? This is a specific piece of terminology from the Australian role-playing game con circuit, where like if you put a bunch of LARPers in the same room and they all try and do accents, by half an hour in, it will have just evened out to fantasy goblin.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heather, how you going?
Trying to decide if I'm settled with my choices for look. So far I've got suspicious eyes, genderqueer, nondescript clothes, wiry hands, mercurial, and serious voice.
Nice.
I love that you're a child with suspicious eyes.
Yes.
Because I can picture a child from work who is the thing you are describing.
Oh no.
But you're not going to say who, because that would be illegal.
No, I'm not, because that would be illegal.
But you can hint, no. I'm not going to say who, Jacob.
I don't think there is actually anyone who goes to the after-school program called Jacob.
So yes, it's Jacob.
That's handy. We can just call this Mr.
There isn't a vacation program, but not after school.
I kind of want to go with a name like Brigitte, but I know there's a character that just came out in Overwatch, I think. Cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bridget.
Yep.
Look, we're all just playing an Overwatch AU. It's fine. My character is secretly Farah. It's like I didn't mention it because it's not relevant. But like,
Yeah, I'm Reinhardt actually.
yeah, this is a Notting Hill AU of Overwatch.
I haven't played Overwatch, so I have no idea what's going on.
Neither have I.
You don't need to. You absolutely do not need to play Overwatch to be part of its fandom. In fact,
Totally.
arguably, playing Overwatch
Arguably,
and being part of
yeah.
the fandom are like kind of opposed in certain ways.
Also, are we saying 88 or 89?
Is 89 better for you in some way?
No, I'm just asking that way I know which rock songs look up.
Let's do
And
88.
also, it's
88? Okay.
yeah, because being
Yeah.
German, that will be relevant to you. Because are you from East Germany or West Germany? Because this was before the wall came down.
Oh, play to find out.
Is a Taylor Swift song playing anachronistically in the soundtrack, or is it not?
I mean, it can't be.
Yeah.
She had a song called 1989, right? Isn't that a thing?
No,
I
she
don't
has an
fucking know.
album called 1989 song.
Close enough. Close enough.
That year or something, yeah.
Details.
You
I
like
don't listen to music.
I listen to role-playing games.
I listen to musical theater. Boom.
I listen to Theater of the Mind.
Like fucking Hamilton.
Hell yeah.
Guess who's seeing In the Heights in like 18 days? It's gonna be lit as fuck.
Actually, I
Is
don't know why I'm
it-
pointing down because that's only in the Zoom that you're below me. So it doesn't make sense at all for the stream.
Yeah. Luke is to your right, I think.
But the question is with the camera, which way does that go?
Like, if like your right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah, I reckon,
Okay.
Ash, is it maybe time for us to go on break?
Yeah, I just want to know Heather's name.
Yes.
Sorry,
that's a
I've
good
got
detail.
a first name, just sorting out what common last names were in the 1980s. I'd go with Dubois, but I knew someone in high school who was actually called Dubois.
Was her name Blanche?
His name was Alex.
I just wanted to make a
What's
Sorry.
What's
I'm gonna go with Petite
cool?
because I think it's funny that their name is like
Little on there.
Magnolia Small.
Magnolia's cool.
So what's the first name again?
Magnolia?
Ooh,
I don't know how you really say that with a French accent, but allegedly
Magnolia.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
Magnolia.
was definitely like broken Italian.
It was.
Je suis Magnolia.
You sound like
I
an
feel like you
Italian
always
trying
have
to
to
do
do-
French.
What was your character's name again? Luke?
Italian has more of a rhythm to it, Ash.
Alright, well,
I literally had a conversation with a man who only spoke Italian and very little English like yesterday.
okay.
So like, I'm a
Let's
quick
agree
to
not
move.
to do accents.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you probably have to go like Magnolia.
non.
Like ignore the G.
let's go to break. We can come back and play the game wherein we all agree not to do accents or the
Non.
laugh.
I
Non.
had to get it out of my system. Sorry.
Yeah, everyone's got it out of their system.
Actually,
Luke?
I'm not allowed to do it.
No,
I'm
you're
German.
German. Yeah.
German.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We're going to break. Hopefully, this stereotype train wreck will continue to be at least entertaining once we
Todd
start
will have
playing.
learned to do a German accent by the time we come back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Alright.
about to go upstairs and practice.
All right. We'll be back in a minute.